N5BE, N5BE. Good morning, Lee.
K1BOB, N5BE. A little weak on me, Bob. I've got you on Utah right now. Over.
Roger. I get you on my radio, but very light on Dale's, just in the background. I'm going to turn Utah on. Thanks for doing the logger this morning, Lee, as always.
Oh, you're welcome, Bob. It gives me an organized activity. I've become wedded to it. Over.
Roger. Well, it might slow you down from buying a few of those new fine things like you like to have on hand there to make noise.
Well, I've got a device coming in today that I have to go sign for. Nudge, nudge.
You have an FFL, I take it?
No, I don't. I got to go to the FFL to pick it up.
Roger, K1BOB. Standing by for Air Force Flyers. It's going to begin on the hour.
87LIK, I can actually hear you direct on the electric radio, Bob.
Yeah, it's because I'm running Dale. I get you terrifically. Normally you're just in the background there on my radio, but for some reason my hex theme doesn't like the below freezing weather again this morning. At least that's the only thing I can attribute to. It worked fine last night. So I don't know. Okay. Good morning, Justin. Glad to have you there.
Okay, here I thought conditions were favoring. All right, K7LIK, stand by for the net.
K1BOB, K5CAY.
We got KS5KY, K1BOB, come back again.
K1BOB is K5CAY.
Okay, I'm listening on my radio on a bad antenna. I don't hear you on Dale, so I'm transmitting remotely. Was that W5PAI, sir? Come back again slowly and phonetically.
K1BOB, this is Kilo 5 Charlie Alpha Yankee, and WA6LJS. If you hear, I'm just reporting I'll be a receive only off of SDR. I've got a friend who's having an ablation this morning.
Well, good morning, Dan. And yeah, I've got you on my radio just fine here on a wire antenna. I don't have the flex working today. I'm transmitting through courtesy of W5OG, Northeast Texas. Roger.
I understand I have you on SDR, but I'll just be receive only and listening on SDR.
Okay, glad to have you with us this morning, sir. This is K1BOB. We're going to start the Air Force Flyers up in 15 minutes. I'll be away from the radio for a minute here while I go grab my cup of coffee.
K5CAY is clear with K1BOB.
Good morning. It sounds like your audio is a bit hollow. What did you change since yesterday? Over.
Well, nothing, Dale. I came up with that profile, K1BOB. That's about it. It's hollow, you say? I don't know. I'm having computer issues this morning. My main computer wouldn't come up. So I'm running this on a laptop. The same mic. Let me check, see if the values for the sounds have moved. Yeah, well, they're all flat, Dale. That must be where they defaulted to, Roger.
Yeah, Bob, you might, on your equalizer, add a little bit of treble, to make the right side come up higher and and cut back on the bass a bit. You might try that. I don't know, and just leave it at that, but rather than use one of the one of the regular settings, because it may with that laptop it may that equalizer may be different. I don't know.
The flex radio equalizer. I'll change that. I notice they're all flat. I usually put my highs up quite a bit, and then at the end of the lows, I start to bring it up so it stair steps up. I'll go ahead and change it. I don't know why I didn't keep it in the one profile I saved, Roger.
Yeah, you bump your mouse and you're off frequency a bit there, Bob.
Okay, I normally leave that locked. I guess I better take a hard look at everything here. Thank you, Dale. K1BOB, thanks for the use of your radio. K1BOB, Idaho, running Flex Remote through courtesy of W5OG, Northeast Texas.
Whatever you've done, the audio sounds better now. Anyway, W5OG, I'll be standing by as well.
Oh, I haven't done anything yet. I got to listen to you through my radio here. K1BOB, thanks, Dale.
AB0LTC mobile, Jackie.
Yeah, I think I copied Larry out there. Good morning, Larry.
Is that G-Lee?
No, I'm on Dale's rig.
Okay,
Roger, glad to hear you're out there. K1BOB.
All right, Bob. Thank you, KB0LTC.
You got a good signal in Las Cruces, Bob. K1BOB, W5ABI.
Roger, thank you. And Larry, make sure you're on the list there. Leon's already has you there. And good morning, Joe. Good signal. I'm running Dale's radio this morning, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah, you got a good signal here. The audio is just a little different, but other than that, we can copy you. W5ABI, standing by for net.
Okay, Joe, thanks. I'm going to change the audio right now a bit, see if it helps. K1BOB, standing by.
WA6LJS, W4PUO.
WA6LJS, W4PUO is calling you, John, over.
Good morning, Joe. W5ABI, W4PUO.
Yeah, W5ABI. You got a tuner up here. He's about 20 over. I don't know who it is. So hopefully you won't be tuning up there in the net. Yeah, you got a good signal in here this morning, Lee. Over.
Yeah, you're also a good 5'9", Joe, and I'm not hearing Bob or many people this morning. The band hasn't snapped in here in South Texas, but you might check me in if you get a chance. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, okay. W4PUO, W5ABI, standing by for net.
W4PUO, WW5END. Can you hear me, Lee? I'm not sure. I can barely pick you up.
WW5ENZ, W4PUO. I got you about a 5 and a 5 this morning, Mike. A little rough.
WW5ENZ, W5ABI, W4PUO says he's got you 5x5.
Roger that. Yeah, I copied that, Joe, and then he faded out, so I didn't hear when he finished the transmission. Yeah, conditions are kind of iffy today. WW5ENZ.
You're almost 20 over this morning, Mike. W5ABI.
Hey, I'll take it, Joe. You're doing the same here. I guess my beam is kind of that direction, so we'll see. And I can't hear K1BOB either at all, and so I don't know. I guess, but I can get him on SDR, no problem. WW5ENZ.
W5ABI, standing by for net.
K1BOB, KG5PT.
KG5PT, you Texas guys are going to hear me pretty bad unless you get me on the DR2 in Ogden. I'm on Dale's radio, so play it like you would. Dale's running the net today, but I'm using his radio. I'm running remotely there. Roger, copy, James?
I don't think he's copying you, Bob, but KG5PTE, W5ABI.
Yeah, can you relay to Bob and tell him I'm not going to make the net this morning? I was about to walk out the door. I just wanted to call in and say good morning to you guys by proxy, and I'll miss the net. So y'all have a good net, and I just wanted to say good morning.
Okay, James, I'll relay that. K1BOB, W5ABI, KG5PTE says he can't make the net this morning, so he's about to walk out the door. Over.
Roger, copied that, Joe. Thank you. K1BOB, standing by for Flyers, 7 minutes.
KG5PTE, are you still in there, James? WA6LJS. Yeah, John, WA6LJS, KG5PT. I got a 10:15 doctor's appointment. I'm about to walk out the door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got an appointment this morning, the same. Did you get the sticker, by the way?
No, I'm going to go check the mail here in a minute. It's about to pass. I'll probably be back in time for the echo link time portion of the net. But y'all carry on, have a good net. And Bob, appreciate you checking me in by proxy.
73WA6LJS.
And thanks a lot, John, for mailing that. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good net. I'm going to go that away. KG5PT out.
W4PUO, WA6LJS.
Yeah, your signal's come up real nice now, John. You're about normal at a 5758.
Yeah, you too. I was in the other room and I heard you call me, but you were real weak. I just had the iPhone listening to the SDR. But yeah, you're a 5.9 right now. Anyway, I'll be standing by. WA6LJS.
QSL, W4PUO standing by, and I'm still not copying net control.
Yeah, W4PUO, W5ABI. I can relay for you, Lane, if you need it on the net. Over.
Hey, roger that.
This is Kilo 1, Bravo, Oscar, Bravo, running remotely through W5OG, so listen accordingly. And the net will start in 5 minutes. Air Force Flyers out now, 4 minutes to start.
K1BOB N5BE. Very strong into Utah, Bob.
Well, let's see if Texas make it. KL7YK, Killeen, Texas.
Good morning. This is Kilo 1 Bravo Oscar Bravo, running remotely from Idaho through a radio, W5OG's radio in Northeast Texas. So you may have to adjust your SDRs or whatever to accommodate his signal. I'll be listening at home here on a substandard antenna when I need to, but I'll be transmitting through his wonderful station down there. Good morning and welcome to the Air Force Flyers Club Net. As mentioned, I'm K1BOB Bob. I'll be your next controller for the next hour and a half or so. My location physically right now is 30 miles north of Boise, Idaho. However, as mentioned, I'm running remotely through W5OG's courtesy in Northeast Texas. We meet on this frequency, 14.290 upper sideband, every day of the year if possible. You can see us on YouTube. We should have a YouTube live stream right up net. Right now, go to YouTube, search, put in Charlie's call sign. It is K4YBB. K4 Yankee Delta Bravo, and put in his call sign, put in stream live or live stream, and it should come up. You'll see me as a net controller there. The Flyers Club consists of military aviation members, both active and retired, from all services air branches. We also very much like to welcome visitors to the net, and you don't need to be involved in the military or aviation to check in. We'd like to have you just the same. Break. K1BOB. Okay, if you're new or just tuning in for the first time this morning, I invite you to get on our website. It has an awful lot of information. You can find a lot more about us and some of the things we do. It is at www.airforces, plural, flyers, plural, club.org. At airforcesflyersclub.org. We are also on NetLogger currently, and we have a list of about 24 with me. And I'd love to have you join us, and you can consult that list, see if you're on the list or not this morning. If you called in or you checked in on NetLogger, you'll be on the list. Let us know if you're receive only or not, and we'll put you in the designated spot on the list for that. Our net format is to go once down the initial check-in list, make a second call for check-ins, and go to a 73 round to complete the net. Please try and limit your comments to 2 minutes. Break. Okay, this is a directed net. Contact net control. Please use the words contact, relay, info, or check-in as appropriate. We're a national net and scope, and we have relays across the country. When checking in, it's very important to please give your call sign slowly and phonetically, followed by your name, location, and if you need an early out from the net. And we'll indicate you at the top of the list on NetLogger if that's the case. We will meet after the net on Echolink on the AFFC node for a final conclusion to today's net. If you care to join us on Echolink after the net. This is K1BOB. Okay, here's the list as I have it this morning, and I'll ask for check-ins after I give this. We've got W7AJN, John, short timer in Peoria. I mean an early out, really. We've got WA6LJS, early out this morning. Good morning, John. We have Clifford, somewhere in Texas, W5TIX. Good morning, Uncle Cliff. And we have Larry, 18-wheeling around there, KB0LTT. Okay, next we have KL7YK. That's Ron in Texas. Good morning, Ron. And we have our net logger, Leon, who does an excellent job on the net logger. Thank him when you get the chance. And Leon's call is November 5, Bravo Echo in Arlington, Texas. After that, we have Chief Mike in Choctaw, or outskirts of Oklahoma City, I guess. WW5ENZ. Good morning, Chief Mike. After that, we have our ops officer, and that is Carl in Sparks, Nevada. KS7GJO, followed by Captain Bill up in Scotia, New York, W2WLD. Good morning, Bill. And after that, we have KB7LAK, Justin down in Austin. Good morning again, Justin. From Port Charlotte, Florida, I believe we have Whiskey 4 Charlie Uniform Victor. That is Gary out in Port Charlotte. Or is it Charles? Anyway, Florida. Next we have John, K8YO in Florida, Tallahassee. Good morning to you, John. And next we have the aforementioned W5OG, whose radio I'm operating through in Mineola, Texas. Thanks again, Dale. And Dale is our vice commander. After that, we have Joe in Las Cruces, W5ABI. Good morning again, Joe. And Charlie, K4YDB, who should be running our YouTube stream. And thank you very much for Charlie. By the way, get on that site. Bring that site up, and you'll see the question of the day spelled out there. So you won't have to guess what I said this morning if you get poor reception. After Charlie, we have W4PUO. That's Lee in Bellevue. Good morning, Lee. And then we have Bob out in Pleasanton, California, NX6RG. Good morning to you, Professor Bob. And after that, we have Brian, WB5DRI, San Antonio, Saturday Net Controller. Good morning, Brian. And checked in and checked out, I believe, is KG5PTE. That's James in Belton. He had the lead, but he's going to be listening, Lee, so if you want to put him as a receive only, so I don't forget, I'd appreciate that. We have some other receive only for one reason or another. There's 10 have got blown over, but one is Ray out in New Jersey. Good morning to you, Ray, WB2JJO. Next, we have Dan up in Tulsa. He's going to be receiving only. Good to talk to you again, Dan. K5CAY. Thanks for joining us, Dan. Sorry, it's not an F-111 question today. It'll be World War II. Then another receive only is AE7 Sierra X-Ray. That's Ken out in Kingman, Arizona. Good morning to you, Ken, who's listening. And after that, we have Christopher in Bowling Green, KS5KY. Good morning, Chris. Probably working, I guess. And in Bethel, Connecticut, we have David, KB1 Zulu Alpha Charlie. And good morning to you, David, from Bethel. I don't know. I know where Bethel, New York is, but I don't know Bethel, Connecticut, even though I was brought up there. So with that, that's the list as I have it. Are there any other check-ins for the Air Force flyers? Come now. Call sign, name and location, please. One more time, any other check-ins for Air Force flyers? Oh, my. I don't hear anything. John, before you leave, would you put a call out, WA6LJS, please?
Will go. This WA6LJS relaying for net control for Monday morning Air Force Flyers Net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call out.
WA6LJS, W4PUO. John, put me down for a short timer, please.
Okay, Lee. All I heard, Bob, was Lee, W4PUO, and he's also a short timer this morning. So back to net.
Okay, John, thank you. And copied. Lee is a short timer. I'm not sure he's copying me. Maybe he doesn't know I'm on Dale's radio in Texas. With that, let me try Captain Bill, W2WLD. Bill, please give a call from the great Northeast there.
Yeah, good morning, Bob. This is W2WLD, upstate New York, relaying for net control for the Air Force's Flyers Bobs Net. We're taking check-ins, members or guests. Please call now. No, it's all quiet, Bob.
Okay, very good, Bill. Are there any other early outs? This is K1BOB. Are there any other early outs that weren't mentioned this morning? Please come now. Okay, no other early outs heard. You can let us know along the way if you need to, if something comes up. With that, I do have a question of the day. This should be streaming on Charlie's YouTube there. I'm sorry if I'm discombobulated today. That's because I am. I've got a Dale's radio running on a laptop to the right of me. I got NetLogger on the left of me, and I'm listening on my radio when I can, turning the volume up to get the stations I can't hear on Dale's. So with that, I do have a question of the day. And I'll read each statement twice. You need to pick the right answer this morning from A through F. You need to pick the right answer this morning. And here's what I'm looking for in today's answer. There is only one answer. There's probably a lot of close ones, though. Don't let that bother you. I think you'll find it easy. You might want to make a no consulting on this one. It's pretty easy. And it is, which of these statements best describes the first jet versus jet aircraft shoot down? Which of these statements best describes the first jet versus jet aircraft shoot down? And statement A, the first jet-to-jet victory took place in November 1950 when a U.S. F-80C shot down a MiG-15 over North Korea. Is this the answer? Alpha. The first jet-to-jet victory took place in November 1950 when a U.S. F-80 Charlie shot down a MiG-15 over North Korea. Or is this the answer? Statement Bravo, B. First flown in January 1944, an F-80A was the first American jet to shoot down a German Me-109 while being operationally tested over Europe? Is it Bravo? First flown in 1944, it was an F-80A. It was the American jet aircraft. It was the first to shoot down a German Me-109 while being operationally tested over Europe. Or is it answer Charlie? It was an RAF Gloster Meteor while patrolling for buzz bombs shot down an Me-109 over the English Channel in April 1944. Is it answer Charlie? An RAF Gloster Meteor while patrolling for buzz bombs shot down an Me-109 over the English Channel in April 1944. Or is it answer Delta? It was an accidental fratricide shoot-down of a German Me-162 by a German Me-163 Comet. Pilot thinking the Me-109 was a Gloster Meteor, and that took place in July 1944. Statement Delta. It was an accidental fratricide shoot-down of an Me-162 by a German Me-163 Comet. The pilot thinking that it was a Gloster Meteor in 1944. Or is the answer Foxtrot? None of the above. Is the answer Foxtrot? None of the above. So that is today's question. Does anybody need me to repeat part of it? Okay, nothing heard. Well, I guess we'll go to the top of the list there. And let's bring John down in Peoria, Arizona. Good morning, John. W7AJN. You're up for the net, sir. Go ahead.
K1BOB W7AJN. Good morning, Bob, and good morning all the flyers out there on the net. It is a balmy 32 degrees here in Peoria, Arizona. It started out at 30. We're going to go up to 56 today. So 32 is pretty cold for Arizona. Anyway, for at least this part of Arizona. Both great. My daughter and her daughter, Michaela, are getting better from the flu. So that's a little bit better report now, but they're still feeling a little puny. On the answer, Bob, I'm going to go with A out. I think it was November the 8th. So that's my answer, and I'm going to stick with it. And wish everybody a wonderful day. Going to have to make this a one and done. So have a wonderful day, everyone. And you can make it so, because you're in charge. W7AJN.
W7AJN, K1BOB. Very good. Well, I hope the girls get better fast. Flu isn't fun, but I've had it a couple times, I think, and it was more like a cold for me when I got COVID. But wish them the very best, and maybe you're next to get it. I hate to say that. So be careful. Wear that mask on, and we'll give you a 73. Answer recorded as Alpha. Next, we're going to go north of there, and that's John of WA6LJS. Thanks for the help this morning, John. You're up.
Okay, thank you, Bob. K1BOB and the group. This is WA6LJS. Good morning to the net. Pretty good conditions. Of course, you're not your usual strength, Bob, but that time you were 10 over 9, which is good. And of course, I can tell the different audio with we're using the remote system there. Anyway, cold here today. I woke up this morning, it's 34 degrees, but right now it's 37, and we've got clear blue sky, plenty of sun. there is red flag warnings again. They expect another round of Santa Ana winds. Hopefully it won't hit me down here too bad. Anyway, I'm a short timer today because we got a double doctor appointment. My wife got one and I got one, so we usually schedule them together, then we don't have to drive 2 times down there. Let's see. Answer to your question. I think it's Foxtrot. None. I don't think any of those statements are true, Bob. So put me down for F. None of the statements are true. 73 guys, have a good net, and I'll be in tomorrow. K1BOB WA6LJS.
Okay, John. Very good. Get you down for Foxtrot. Is my audio any different now? I've turned some highs up and a little bit of mid-low.
Yeah, it's a little different, but it's still not what I'm used to. But it's no problem. It's 2.5.
Okay, John. Thank you very much. So I'm not on the mic I've been using lately. On my other one, it's a better mic. This is an Amazon special, but they seem to work. Okay, maybe I don't have it set up quite right. Let's see. Next, we're going to move on and wish you a 73 there, John. And we're going to go to W4PUO. Shows short timer right now. Lee, I hope you can get me on maybe an SDR, because I know Dale's relatively close to you. So let's bring in W4PUO. Good morning, Lee.
W4PUO, you're up, Lee.
WA6LJS, relay W4PUO. Thank you, John. I'm sorry, Bob, I'm not copying you today. Don't know exactly where the problem is. It may be my antennas here. A little bit of problems with the wires. But it's been a nice day so far. 73s to all the flyers. I guess if I looked at the question on Charlie's website, and I think it was Alpha, but I'm not sure. I think I recall something about the Korean big shoot down back in the 50s. So I'm going to say Alpha for that. And y'all have a very nice day. 73 to all the flyers. W4PUO, back to net.
Okay, Lee, very good. I'm picking you up on my radio. I can't hear you on Dale's because of the closeness. And show you 73, and you think it's Alpha. You think it's Alpha, and that is your guess today. Very good, Lee. 73, sir. And next, let's try Clifford, W5PIX. Good morning, Uncle Cliff. You're up for the flyers. W5PIX. Clifford, you're up for the flyers.
Comment.
Go with the comment.
Yeah, Bob, N5BE here. Pod got moved up above Cliff. W5CMK requesting short timer status. Disregard, Bob. Disregard. He did 73.
Okay, I think I might be copying on my radio here, there. Thank you for that. Show him 73. W5TNK, I think I heard you say. Let's try Clifford one more time. Maybe W2WLD. Do you think you can have any luck getting Clifford there?
I'll give it a try, Bob. This is W2WLD. Clifford, W5PIX. If you copy, go ahead.
Well, good morning.
He's talking.
I'm late down here at Amazon picking up a load. And a beautiful morning, 46 degrees, and, well, we had blue skies till some jets flew over and spread something. Anyways, other than that, thank you. Thank you, Bill, W2WLD, for relaying.
He turned it.
Some QRM Bob, but I think he termed it. He didn't have much to say. Over.
Okay, Bill. I heard him a little bit on my radio here. Thanks for doing that. I didn't hear him give an answer either, and conditions just aren't great right now. Okay, well, next let's go to Larry, KB0LTT, who is hearing a little bit better today. Good morning, Larry. You're up for the Flyers, sir.
Good morning, Bob. Good morning to all the Flyers. To be out of here before late this afternoon because they're expecting 1 to 2 feet of lake effect snow, and I don't feel like a snow bunny. I want to get out of here and head for Florida by the end of the month. Anyhow, current weather conditions, Bob. I've got winds 260 at 20, a few clouds at 4,400, broken at 5,500, and overcast at 6,000 feet. Light snow and visibility 9 statute, temperature 37, dew point 25, humidity 61%, and the altimeter 290 at 85. And my answer is A Alpha. A Alpha will be my answer. K1BOB and the Air Force Flyers Club Net, KB0LTT Mobile in New York. Back to you, sir.
Okay, very good. There at Syracuse, New York. That's kind of my old stomping ground. Yeah, that lake effect will get you. My second and last winter there, they had record snowfall, and they had to bring in those huge Oshkosh snow blowers that the Air Force owned, and they brought them in on C5, and they drove them down to what's the city down there on the water? I forget. They had to use those blowers just to get the city able to get traffic around again. It was a terrible winter. I can remember drifts 6 feet high, 7 feet high. Okay, got your answer as Alpha Larry. Thank you very much, sir. Next, let's go to Ron. And show him an answer of this. That's KL7YK. Ron, are you there? You're up, sir. Okay, I got a light copy on you there, Ron. We show you his answer, Foxtrot. Lee must have got that somewhere. So we'll let you go for now. Thanks for checking in with us, and hopefully we'll have a 73 round two. So Ron, stick around if you can. Next, let's go to Leon, who's Lee's doing the net logger today in Arlington, and I think I can get you on my other radio there, Lee. So go ahead, N5BE. Good morning.
K1BOB N5BE. Good morning, Bob, and good morning to everyone on the net today. Ron gave his answer in the AIM window, so I stuck it in there. So, Bob, I don't know if this question is intentional chicanery or unintentional, but let's go down the list here. A, very devious, partially correct. Well done there. let's see, what was the other one that I picked up? Oh, yeah, an ME-162. What is that? I don't know what a 162 is. I know what a 262 is. There's a Heinkel 162, but not a ME-162. So let's just cut to the chase here. Think William Holden, Bridges at Toko Reed, the airplane that was highlighted in that terrific movie with Mickey Rooney and Frederick March and a cast of thousands. Brubaker, who was paddled. Anyway, I'm going with Foxtrot, Bob. So thanks for a great question. I enjoyed reading through your answers there. So well done. K1BOB N5BE.
Okay, Lee, get you down for Foxtrot on that, and I'm trying to think where I put 262 down here on my questions. I don't, unless I said it, and I didn't read the right thing. I think most of them were the ME-162, and there was an ME-163 in one of the answers there. So, okay, thank you, Lee. Now I'm going to move on to Chief Mike up in Choctaw. WW5ENZ. Good morning, Chief Mike. You're up for the Flyers. What do you think, Mike?
Okay, K1BOB, WW5ENZ. Yeah, good morning, everyone, all the Flyers out there. And we got a pretty nice day in Oklahoma. We're right at, right at 39 degrees, but we got some sun, so it's looking good. And as far as the question goes, I'm going to say Alpha. I kind of knew that one, but I don't know if it's the first, so I don't know. But I'm going to just go with Alpha, and we'll say that. WW5ENZ, back to net.
Okay, Mike, had a hard time on both radios. I didn't quite get you. Can you give your answer again if you'd like? Somebody say Alpha. I got interference. Somebody talking over our frequency here. This is K1BOB. Net is in progress. Net is in progress on 14290. Okay, Mike, thank you. Get you down for Alpha. Next, let's go out to Carl and Sparks. KS7 GJO. Go ahead, Uncle Sparky.
Well, all right, Bob. Good morning, everybody. KS7 GJO here. And I didn't hear you say what your freezing temperature was this morning, Bob, but we were 18 and we're headed far lower tomorrow. Might even hit single digits. So, I'm ready to start working on my sunburn. Anyway, what can I say? Hey, propagation was good this morning. I was hearing you over the radio. Good, clear signal before you started the net, and it faded a little bit, so I'm listening to you over Utah. But all in all, it's not a bad signal this morning that's coming in from the Vulcan people. Okay. The first jet-to-jet victory, November of 1950, U.S. F-80C. That trick question, buddy. It should have been an F-86, if I'm not mistaken. And answer Bravo, ME-109 is, matter of fact, there's a picture of it right now on Charlie's live stream. So that one's out. Gloucester Meteor shooting down an ME-109, same scene, take 2. And ME-163 Comet. If I remember right, that's that thing that pilot hit rocket pilot, if I'm not mistaken. Landing gear falls off when the pilot takes off.
and I don't know what a German ME-162 is, so I've got to go with Foxtrot, none of the above. But, hey, that's a question that made me think, and maybe I've thought wrong, but that was a good challenger. So I'll be with you to the bottom, buddy. So back to you. K1BOB, clear 7, GJL.
Okay, Carl, I think I get you down for F there. Thanks for that. And next we'll go up to W2WLD. That's Captain Bill in Scotia. Good morning, Bill. Thank you for the help this morning.
Oh, you're welcome, Bob. Good morning, all. Propagation pretty good today. 30 degrees now, going up to 37. What a balmy day we're going to have. There's still snow on the lawn, but it's shrinking each day. Over the weekend, I probably watched too much football, but hey, the weather wasn't that great. As far as the question, I don't know. I wanted to choose Echo, but there is no Echo. So I'll go Foxtrot, none of the above. Thanks, Bob. K1BOB, W2WLD.
Okay, Foxtrot. And I got that, Bill. No, I put F as kind of a false statement or a negative statement, none of the above. So that was my bad, and you caught that. Okay, well, nothing else changed. And I got you down for none of the above, Bill. And next, let's go out to Ogden, and that's Justin, KB7LAK. Good morning, Justin. KB7LAK, Justin, are you free? Go ahead. Okay, nothing heard on Justin. I talked to him earlier this morning just fine. Next, let's go out to Gary in Florida. W4CUV. Good morning, Gary. You're up for the Flyers, sir.
Good morning, W1BOB. This is Whiskey 4, Charlie Uniform Victor, to the Flyers Club group. Good morning. And we have a beautiful sunshiny day down here in Florida. Right now it's 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and hoping to go up to maybe 75. A little bit cool for us, but it is winter after all. As far as the answer for the day, I'm going with Alpha. I did cheat a little bit and look it up, and I found out it happened November 8th, 1950. Lieutenant Russ Brown was flying, and that was the first air-to-air shoot-down in the Korean War. So my answer is Alpha, and again, I enjoy the Flyers Club Net. I'll be trying to monitor it more often. And to the rest of you guys, Happy New Year, and I'll be sticking around for the end of the net. Over.
Okay, Gary, caught all that very well now from Florida. That was W4CU Victor, and it is 15 degrees here. That should make you feel good. I don't know, maybe that's what's affecting my antenna. It never has for 7 years, so I don't get it. Anyway, two hands running thing here today. Things just aren't working out this morning with one of my computers either. So with that, I am running remotely once again for anybody. I'm remoting through W5OG in Northeast Texas. I'm sitting here in glorious Idaho in 15 degrees and sun. Okay, let's go out to John, K8, Yankee Oscar, Florida. You're up, sir. Good morning. Okay, John, thanks for that. No, you're quite a bit cooler than Port Charlotte is today down there. I got you down for answer Alpha. So thank you, John. We'll move on to Dale, W5OG, whose radio I am hogging this morning. Dale, thank you so much for letting me use it here. I don't know, I may have to wait till the spring or higher temperatures to figure out this antenna situation. So Dale, why don't you take it, W5OG.
Okay, Bob, mighty fine. Let me turn down the SDR here. I've been listening to you. Of course, I can't hear you when you're using my radio here at home. So I have to go through the Utah SDR. And I notice you're not putting out much power. I don't know whether it's an audio, you might advance the mic gain a bit there, Bob, or RF power, up to 32, 33 watts of output power off of the transceiver will drive the amplifier a bit better. And actually, I'm only putting out, it shows 650 or so, something like that. But you were down around 400, so I don't know. You might check that. But you sound good. I've been monitoring the amplifiers, handling it quite nicely. Temperatures are staying low, so I guess it'll work. This is a pretty good test when I'm talking, and then you're going to talk again on the same rig there. A couple of comments. You talked. I think it was Cliff mentioned the low contrails, and I know when I walked the dog this morning, we had it was 38 degrees or something like that. Pretty chilly overnight though, and obviously we've got that that dome of high pressure over the top of us right now. And I take it that it's pretty dry because, you can see distinctive contrails at low altitudes. And it kind of reminded me of that day that I was mentioning before when I flew the helicopter trip from Hill to Mountain Home Air Force Base in Idaho there. And it was a very, very cold day, and we were contrailing it at about 8,000 feet. Very interesting. We had to spend a lot of time looking back behind us. Doesn't happen that often in a helicopter. Anyway, and I wanted to congratulate Bob. He's back on the net since Ohio State did such a good job with Texas Longhorns. They had a good year though, and I'm proud of them. They got a good program going, but it didn't match Ohio State. They're a force to be reckoned with for sure. So congratulations to you there, Bob in X6RG. And let's see, I'll be here at the bottom this morning, and we'll just see how the old rig holds up. Give it a pretty good test this morning, Bob. If you need any help, if I haven't seen Don this morning, K0ZNC, but if he shows up, I'll bring him in for you. Back to you, Bob, and if you need me, let me know. K1BOB, W5OG.
Okay, got you, Justin. Stand by. Bill, I just need your answer. Did you want to give an answer?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Alpha. I'm going to go with Alpha. I think, what was it, Gary, W4CUV, I think he said he looked it up. So I'll go along with Alpha. And I'm not sure about Delta. That sounds like a lot of gobbledygook there, but pretty interesting answer. But I think Alpha is the correct one there. Back to net, W5OG. Thank you, Bob.
Okay, Dale, very good. Got you down for Alpha there? Yeah, thanks for the contrail story there. Yeah, that's true. The colder it gets. We can see him very clearly here while the aircraft are not up to flight altitude coming out of Boise. Okay, let's leave Dale for now. Let's see, where was I? Let's go out to Joe in Las Cruces at W5ABI. Good morning, Joe. You're up for the Flyers, sir.
K1BOB and the Flyers, W5ABI. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, all the Flyers. Cold morning here on the City of the Crosses. We had a low at 27. It's 34 now. It's only going up to 49. So supposed to warm up a little bit to normal high temperatures, which is usually in the mid-50s here. In February, it'll get up to 60. So other than that, let me see. My wife's just letting the dog out. Yeah. Anyhow, let me see. On your question, I'm going to go with alpha. And you'll be here at the bottom. Hope you get your SWR problem figured out too, Bob. It's going to be frustrating. I know what you mean. K1BOB W5ABI.
Yeah, very good, Joe. Yeah, especially when it's fine one time during the day and then early morning. It goes up to 4, which the amps is not like a 4 SWR. It's normally 1.0 something. So thanks for that, and get you down for alpha, I believe it was. And let's see, I had another comment there. I forgot what it was. Okay, let's leave Joe for now, and let's go out to Charlie. Thank you for running the YouTube. I've not been able to look at that this morning, Charlie, with all the goings on here. From one computer that didn't start up correctly and running them both right now, going back and forth. So sometimes I hit the wrong button. Oh, I know what I was going to say there to Dale. Yeah, you're right. The power went down to 15 watts input, and normally I have it set at 31. So this should be better now. Thank you for that. Everything changed this morning. I put in that old profile I saved and didn't bring up the power. I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Hopefully I can get my antenna working. Let's go out to Charlie. K4YDB. Good morning, Charlie.
K1BOB, K4YDB. Well, good morning, Bob. Good morning to all the flyers out there. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Yeah, when I put the question up this morning, Bob, I was a little bit confused, and I kept looking for that echo. I couldn't find that echo anywhere. I noticed that you're also using a different software program to write your questions on there that could look like plain text. You're using AI, I think. But how's that working out for you? Because I really do like what you're doing with it, because it makes it real easy for me to deal with. But right now it's currently 48 degrees here. Supposed to get up into the mid 50s today. So that means I got some stuff I got to do out in the backyard. I bought that camper and I've not been able to do much with it because Mother Nature hasn't cooperated very well with all the stuff. So it looks like it's going to be cleared up enough so I can get started taking care of some stuff in it. But as far as the question goes, I'm going to go with alpha. K1BOB, K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Okay, Charlie, very good. Get you down for alpha. And I just use simple notepad, and then I convert it to JPEG or whatever the format you need is. There, I can ask it to print on my printer, and one of the choices is to save it in the format you can use. So I haven't been doing anything different. Sorry, no AI involved, as you could probably see. And that was actually a mistake. I should have had echo there. I didn't even notice it. Okay. Charlie, thanks. And yeah, tell us more about your camper sometime. Get you down for alpha. Next, let's go out to Professor Bob. I'm sure he's got something intelligent to say. NX6RG. Good morning, Bob. You're up for the flyer.
Good morning, Bob. K1BOB, NX6RG. Well, I'll tell you, I think you can put me down for alpha for the answer. Unless that's a trick question and it was shot down over South Korea or something, I don't know, but that looks like the obvious answer to me. Korean War, jet versus jet. So you can put me down for alpha. I thought the Texas Ohio State game was a great game, and that forced fumble and then the scoop and run, that was a 14-point swing. So that final score sure did not reflect that game. That was a terrific game, and two very evenly matched teams. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but Clay, you were Maryland today, and we'll see how we do versus Notre Dame. And, their coach is an Ohio State player, Marcus Freeman. So, anyway, we'll see how that game goes. Bob, I'm going to say 73. I've got to go shorter for his walk this morning. K1BOB 6RG.
Okay, did you have an answer to the question? I missed it.
Yeah, answer Alpha.
Okay, thanks, and that's the Schroeder there. Is Bullwinkle going to join you? That was my only question, and copied all that very well. Got you down for answer Alpha. Let me break for a moment and go to Dale. Did Don want to get in this morning, Dale?
Yeah, whenever you get a chance. He's late getting in, but he does want me to bring him in, so I'll do that whenever you're ready there, Bob. K1BOB W5OG.
Okay, why don't we delay with your brother for a second here, and please go ahead and bring in Don on the simulcast. Thank you, Dale, for doing that. So K0ZNC, Don is up.
Okay, Don, K0ZNC, go ahead and I'll bring you in this morning, Don, W5OG.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to Warner. Really nice day yesterday. I'm late getting checked in. Had other things I had to get done. And obviously I haven't heard the question, so I won't even try to make an answer. Just wanted to check in and get my name on the list, so to speak. I guess with that, we'll turn it back to you, Bob. You're standing good on the SCR, the Utah 2, as was Dale. So you guys are doing a good job. So good morning to everyone again, and we'll stand by for a potential 73 round at K0ZNC. Back to you, K1BOB W5OG.
W5OG, back to net.
Okay, very good, Dale. Caught all that. Thank you for the simo. And let's go out to Brian, WB5BRI. Good morning, Brian. You're up for the net.
Yeah, K1BOB in the net. This is WB5BRI. Well, good morning, Bob. Did you want to get Justin in there, KB7LAK? I heard him try to check in on a recheck there. Over.
Yeah, pardon me, Justin, and thank you, Brian. Justin, go ahead. I meant to get you, and then Don came. I got all mixed up. So with that, let's bring in Justin. Go ahead, sir.
Fine business. No, you're good. I looked at, my daughter was down here looking for some banking information, and what's it called, the net logger, and I thought, well, maybe he called me when she was here bugging me for something, and I missed him. So anyway, it's okay. No worries. We'll all get there. We're all on the same bus, the big blue marble. I guess I'm going to go with Alpha. I seem to remember there was a Navy guy that shot himself down, but I don't think that was on here. Anyway, so yeah, put me down for Alpha, I guess, and maybe it was the first jet that was over Korea. It would make sense. I don't think we did anything jet-powered during World War II. Maybe there was some experimental stuff going on, but just like my grandpa, when he found out when he was building rocket launchers at China Lake during World War II. When the war ended, they took a look at what the Germans had and what he had, and he had to go bury his own rocket launchers out in the desert there at China Lake. To the day he died in 2006 or 7, he was still mad about that. So he didn't really care for that whole scenario. Anyway, so yeah, put me down for Alpha, and we'll be here till I've got another 8 minutes, and I got to jump off. So I'll pass my 73s. I've got a meeting coming up. So KB7LAK back to net.
Okay, Justin, very good. Yeah, we tried to get you a couple of times, so you must have been busy. No problem. And I get you down for answer Alpha, and you got to have a meeting here. So 73 to you, Justin. And you sound good on Dale's radio. I wish I could replicate that here. It's not often with the closeness. Okay, where were we? We're going to get to you, Brian, one of these days, but let's do it right now. WB5DRI, Brian, good morning. Thanks for the help.
Hi, you're welcome, Bob. K1BOB, WB5DRI. Well, good morning to the net, to everybody. Good to be back on here this morning, and nice day down here in San Antonio. It's cool, but not too cool. We started out about 38. We're already up to about 49, and I think our high is going to be 57. But I've been enjoying the football, some of the football, and I got to watch a little last night on TV, the Washington versus Tampa Bay game, and that was a great game. And the Buccaneers ended up losing to the Washington Commanders, previously known as the Washington Redskins, by a goalpost. The kicker hit the right upright, and the ball went through instead of the other way. So they just lost by a goalpost. But it was a very good game. Could have gone either way, and I think the Commanders got a break in the game when there was a transfer of the ball that was not a good one there between the Buccaneers quarterback. But enjoyed the game very much, and we're seeing some good football in some of these playoff games, and also, of course, with the college football games that have been going on. Anyway, enough of that. On your question, Bob, I was all set to answer Alpha at the beginning of the net there. I'm not sure if that's right or not, but I guess I'll go ahead and go with the majority of the group here. It's either Alpha or Foxtrot. I'll go with Alpha and see how that comes out. And I'm going to be in and out. I need to get out of here. Need to go run an errand for my wife, and then we've got an appointment to go to here in this afternoon, early afternoon. So I got to get out of here. But thanks for getting me in there this morning and for getting everybody onto the net this morning. Everybody have a great day out there. 73s to all. K1BOB, WB5DRI. Back to net. Good day, everybody.
Okay, Brian, we'll show you 73. You got you down for Alpha there, and you got to leave. Yeah, the kicker is either the hero or the chump. You know, that's a tough job. That's a lot of pressure on him. The Notre Dame game, I've got a couple of Notre Dame guys that went there, and they're all over it. And they always tell me that. I think it was the kicker that won the game for Notre Dame, if I didn't get that one wrong, and he was the hero. So with that, we'll leave you for today, Brian, and we'll go to Ray. Well, I think that is the bottom of the list. Have I missed anybody? We've got some receive-onlys. Let me acknowledge Ray in New Jersey, WB2JJO. Good morning again, Ray. We've got Dan, only man I've flown with on this net. I guess when I was very young, probably maybe a lieutenant. I don't know. I must have been a young captain at Mountain Home there with Dan in the F-111. K5CAI, just wanted to acknowledge you, Dan, there in Tulsa. Thank you for listening in with us this morning. And also Ken in Kingman, who is receive only, AE7SEX. Along with Chris in Bowling Green, KS5KY. Good morning again, Chris, and K6PX. Steve is in San Diego and listening only. Anyway, Steve, good morning to you, and thanks for providing questions on carrier operations when you do. Okay, have I missed anybody on today's list? This is K1BOB remote calling.
KS0OP.
Okay, I copied KS0OPE. Good morning. Any comments to the net today to hear the question?
I
did. I got in a little bit late, but I looked up the question. Good morning, Bob, and good morning to all the flyers on the net. I had an early go this morning. Made a trip up to Minneapolis and back already. So, and I'm back home. Boy, tough question today. Like a lot of people, I was going to go with Alpha first glance at it. But N5BE's remarks and W2WLD seemed pretty sure that it was not Alpha. And I have been doing a little extra research on Navy aircraft lately because of a 102-year-old friend of mine. And so I think I'm going to go with Foxtrot for my answer to the question, but I'll be anxiously awaiting your answer. So with that, I'll be your fellow bottom back to K1BOB in the net, KF0OPE.
Okay, Mike, very good. Good to down for Foxtrot on that, none of the above. And you've already been out for an air mission there already. Is that an out and back you do? Do you have passengers both ways?
Negative. It was just out and pick up passengers and bring them back, and then we're going to take them back later today. KF0OP.
Very good. Sounds like a fun job. Not too stressful though. Anyway, let's see. Mike, thank you for joining us there because you're working. We'll let you go do that. Okay, anybody else I missed this morning, please come in. Yeah, okay, nothing heard here. K1BOB remotely operating in Texas from my shack here in Idaho. Okay, the question this morning was which of these statements best describes the first jet versus jet aircraft shoot down? I'll start at the bottom. Claudia said none of the above. That was not really my answer, but I'll get to that in a moment. I may give you credit for it, though, and it should have been an E, not F. I really wasn't trying to throw anybody off. Answer Delta. It was an accidental fratricide shoot-down to German ME-162 by a German ME-163 comment who mistaken the 162 for a Gloster Meteor. They're both twin-engine jets. They kind of look the same, except paint jobs. So that could have been understandable. I don't think anybody gets it. So I didn't trick anybody with that answer. I made that up. Answer Charlie, an RAF Gloster Meteor while patrolling for buzz bombs. And yes, they used to do that because they could keep up with a buzz bomb. And they would either shoot them down, that causes a huge explosion in front of you, about 1,000 pounds, maybe better, TNT, or they would flip the wing up, and that would put one of those archaic buzz bombs into a spin, and they'd eliminate them that way. Kind of a gutsy thing to do, but they did used to do that. No, I couldn't find anything about ME-109 being shot down by a Gloster Meteor, but it might have been possible. I think the ME-109s are mostly guarding Germany as best they could. So they wouldn't have been out over the English Channel. Answer Bravo, first flown in 1944, an F-88 was the first American jet aircraft to shoot down a German ME-109 while being operationally tested over Europe. I thought that could be a feasible answer, but I made it up. I never heard of a jet testing themselves in combat, except for the F-111. That's what they did with the F-111 before it was totally proven. And Dan knows more about that than I do probably, but they sent it over to Vietnam at the beginning there, and they lost a couple. One due to terrain following, not working well through rain, and they lost, I think, two others. And actually, it wasn't as much of a failure, although there was loss of life, that it was, they found a few things wrong in that new aircraft. And I never understood why they would operationally test a new aircraft that still had some issues. So anyway, Bravo was not the correct answer. I was going, and most of you answered this, the first jet-to-jet victory in November 8th, I think it was. I just tried to get you months and years and all these questions. In 1950, and I do believe it was an F-80 Charlie shoot down of a MiG-15 over North Korea. Most of you found that, and I found in a few references. I didn't find F-86 there. I'll go check, but I checked a few different websites on that question. I had read it in the past, so I looked it up, and I had F-80C. So that was the intended answer. And if you think I'm totally wrong and you answered none of the above, I'll grant you a correct answer with either Alpha or Foxtrot. B, C, and D, I totally made those up. I thought they could have been feasible things somebody might jump on. But no, this is K1BOB, and I'm going to go to let's see, what time is it? Oh, golly, I think we can do it. We'll try a 73 round here. Everybody will have to be quick. I got quite a list here. It looks like, 22. Not counting me this morning are on the radios right now. Let me give it a go. With that, are there any final check-ins for the Air Force Flyers Club? Please come now. Okay, I didn't hear anything. Let's see. Let's go back out to W7AJN. John, you still there? You're up 73 round, John.
He checked out, Bob.
Okay, I think all these guys went out. I know WA6LJS did, and Todd, W5TMK is showing checked out. And along with Lee, I think he wasn't hearing me with the closeness there, W4PUO. Let's see if Don wants to get back in for a quick 73. Dale, would you please bring Don in if he's there?
Yeah, I'll be glad to, Bob. K0ZNC, go ahead for their 73 round. Don, W5OG.
And thank you, Dale. Appreciate it. I forgot to give the weather. The weather here is 27 degrees, clear sky, no chance of rain, and a high of 36. So it's a typical January day here. Really bad in the west. Excesses one way or the other. No fires to report. That's really the great thing. We could use some moisture, of course. With that, 73s to everybody. Sorry I was late getting into the net, but things happen. And with that, we'll turn it back to you, Bob, with K1BOB via W5OG. 73s, everybody. K0ZNC.
W5OG, back to net.
Copy all, Dale. Thank you very much. And 73, Don. Let's try Uncle Clifford. I really didn't hear him last time. W5PIX. Uncle Cliff, you're there, 73 rounds.
Well, we'll make it quick here. This is W5PIX Mobile, and I'm not even hearing myself on. Just barely on.
Can anybody relay him?
He's talking.
We got aircraft flying around, leaving contrails, so, oh well. Anyway, 73s, everyone. Get your own Echo 8 W5PIX clear back to K1BOB.
Turned it.
Okay, thanks. 73, Clifford. I guess you can hear Dale's radio. I couldn't hear you just a little bit at the end there on my radio. So thank you, Bill, for that. Let's go to Larry up in Syracuse, New York, picking up a rusty pickup truck, probably, if it's used. KB0LTT. Larry, go ahead, sir. KB0LTT. Larry, you there? Okay, nothing heard here. Heard him earlier. Let's try Ron in Saline, Texas. KL7YK. Ron, 73. KL7YK, you there, Ron? You're up 73. Okay, nothing heard there. Let's go to Leon in Arlington, Texas. N5BE. Go ahead, Lee. Any further comments?
K1BOB N5B. Bob, you get a gold star for kludging together a net control on a day that was kind of iffy. So gold star for you. There's some conflicting information out there relative to the first kill. There is some information that the Air Force claimed kill that the target actually survived and got back and landed. So so I don't know. The Navy does claim the first Korean air-to-air kill with an F-9F Panther. So another gold star for you for giving us Emperors a partial there. So thanks, Bob. I enjoyed this today. K1BOB N5B.
Okay, Lee. Yeah, I'm a one-arm paper hanger right now. I get one hand on my radio to listen to you, and I have to turn it down or I'll get feedback, and the other one on a mouse running a flex radio. And I'm looking at a computer between my two arms for the net logger, which you've been doing a masterful job on there. Quite a few logins today, 28, one way or another. So thank you very much, Lee. Certainly appreciate that. It makes it all work. Next, we're going to move out now to WW5ENZ. Mike, Steve, Mike, you got my answer right, I think.
Roger. Yeah, K1BOB, WW5ENZ. Yeah, great net today. It's a bit chilly here still, but we're getting up there, 44 degrees. And I want to say 73s, everybody, and we'll try and catch you tomorrow. WW5ENZ, turning it back to K1BOB, 73.
Okay, thank you, Chief Mike. You must be hearing me on this. I can't hear you on Dale's radio because of the closeness there. I'm not even a full state away. Thank you, Chief Mike. Good signal into my radio here, as always. Let's go out to Carl in Sparks, Nevada. KF7GJO. Good morning again, Sparky. You're up.
Roger that. Well, you hornswoggled me this morning. I don't like being hornswoggled. The date was November 8th of 1950, and the pilot was First Lieutenant Brown. You remember him, Old Man Brown's kid. He took down a MiG-15 with an F-80. I thought it was an 86 today. I can't be right all the time. Hey, everybody have a fantastic day. Stay inside on one side of the door. Take plenty of adult beverages. We'll give this a try again tomorrow. K1BOB, KF7GJO, 73.
Okay, Carl. Thank you very much for joining us. And we'll give you a 73 in Sparks there. Let's go out to Bill, who's been very helpful this morning. W2WLD. Good morning again, Captain Bill.
Well, thank you, Bob, for persevering. Enjoyed it nonetheless. Everyone have a great day. 73. K1BOB, W2WLD.
Okay, 73, Bill, and good luck on your net on Wednesday. Let's go out to W4CUB. That's Gary, Port Charlotte, Florida. Go ahead, Gary.
K1BOB in the group with P4 Charlie Uniform Victor. Hope everyone has a very nice day. And I guess my only comment to everyone is stay warm. I mentioned we were 70 degrees Fahrenheit. We're now up to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So love the Florida weather. 73 star, and have a great day. K1BOB in the group. This is Whiskey 4 Charlie Uniform Victor, 73.
Okay, Gary, very good. Now, hey, our temperature's gone way up since I first said it was 15. It's up to 17 now, Gary. A lot of humidity. Okay, we'll leave Gary for now in Florida. Let's go out to John, Tallahassee, Florida. See if we can get John. He also had a right answer. K8, Yankee Oscar, 73 around, John. Yankee, Oscar, John, you there? Okay, nothing heard. And we'll go to W5OG. Thanks again for the use of your radio, Dale. I may have to do it a few more times. W5OG, you're up, sir, and thank you for the patch.
All right, Bob, no worries, and it's holding up well. The amplifier's handling the extra duty there with no trouble, and that's all good to see. And yeah, it was a great game, Bob. And you know, these top teams, the top tier teams on the this college football playoff format are exciting to watch. And each game could go really either way. And you're right about that. Very interesting that the Texas quarterback's ex-roommate was the one that ended up beating him. got the sack, the fumble sack, and then he ran it back for a touchdown, and a 14-point swing there, as you mentioned. So they could have gone really either way. I'm enjoying the college football playoffs, so we're going to really have a good game to watch with Notre Dame and Ohio State. Much fun. And I'm enjoying the professional football, too. Probably not as much. You know, I always root for whoever's playing the Philadelphia Eagles, but they're doing good this year. So enough for me. And I'm not, whoever I pick is not winning the games. But it's fun to watch. Good question there, Bob, and interesting net. So 7-3, everybody. See you on Echo Lake. W5OG. Back to you, Bob.
Okay, Dale, thank you. I caught most of that. Pushed the button on my other radio, which I shouldn't have accidentally. I lost the audio at the beginning and the icon. And thank you very much again for the use of your radio this morning. This is K1BOB, Idaho, running remotely to Texas. Let's go to Joe. Another good answer. W5ABI. Take it away, Joe.
Yeah, K1BOB and the Flyers, W5ABI. Good net, Bob. Hope you get your problem fixed there. And thanks for running the net. And 73 for you and all the Flyers. K1BOB, W5ABI.
Okay, Joe. Great signal into Dale's radio. And 73 to you. And thank you for the reminder, Dale. Once again, I'll put out, we will be on Echolink. On Echolink. If you have Echolink, see if you can bring up the AFFC node, Air Force Flyers Club. And we'll be on there for a little more chat. With that, we'll leave Joe for now and go back out to Charlie, who's been running the live stream. And Charlie, I don't think I did anything different unless I reformatted my notepad there for you, but I'm glad it worked out okay. K4, and I don't know if you got any of the pictures I sent. I'll take a look and review what I did right and wrong here. K4 YDB. Charlie, go ahead.
K1BOB, K4YDB. Yeah, Bob, I did get the pictures up. I thought they were pretty cool. And yeah, your text is coming in a little bit different than what it used to, but it sure is easy to work with. Anyway, good net today. Thanks for running it. 73s, everybody. We'll look for you tomorrow. It's K4YDB. Back to net.
Okay, Charlie. Thank you again. We'll leave K4YDB, give him a 73 for now. Let's see if Bob's back from his walk with his dog Schroeder. NX6RG, Bob, you there? Still walking the dog. Okay, let's try Mike. K40 QPE. Mike, go ahead in Nebraska there. And are you flying again this afternoon, you say?
Yeah, K0PE. Yep, I've got to take the guy we picked up this morning. Got to run him back up to Minneapolis later this afternoon. So it's a quick flight up and back. This means I'll be late for dinner. Yeah, good question today. Good net. I smiled at N5BE's when he brought up the bridges at Toko Reed. That's one of my favorite movies. So anyway, 7-3s, everybody. Have a great day. Probably catch you on Echo Link. Back to K1BOB on the net, KF0OP.
Okay, very good, Mike, and have a safe flight again. Let's see. I think James was listening. I'll give him a try. KG5PTE. James, are you there?
Yeah, Bob, just walked in the door. KG5PT, just put my name on the net logger. Tell Leon I just got back from my doctor's appointment, and just say 7-3s, and I'll catch you guys on Echo Link. I guess you're running off Dale's radio, Bob? Over?
That's a Roger. My antenna got stupid again and doesn't work. Not my primary antenna. The heck's not working. I don't know if it's related to cold or what, or ice. I don't know. It worked last night at 7, so when I tested it, hoping it would work, but I crossed my fingers and no go. So thanks, James. See you on Echo. We can talk some more maybe about that. Next, let's go to Brian. Brian, KB7LAK, San Antonio. Go ahead, Brian, and let's see. I think you had the right answer, and you did. You're up.
Got me, KB7LAK, tax 73.
Okay, I heard a 73. I don't think that was Brian, though. Let me try Brian one more time. WD5GRI. Are you there?
Bob, he said he had an errand to run quick, so he checked out.
Okay, Lee, thank you for that. I missed that. And I think that was Justin, KB7LAK. Justin, was that your 73? You're up.
Yeah, my 73. Everyone have a great day, and we'll look for you in the month. KB7LAK 73, Bob. Thanks for calling in.
You betcha. And thanks for being there, Justin, a working man. Okay, next we'll just give 73s to WD2, JJO, K5CAY, Dan, and Ken, AE7SCX, along with Chris, KS5KY. He gets him on weekend 2010, but he's working, and Chris San Diego, K6PX. So, I missed anybody on today's net? This is K1BOB call. Have I missed anybody on today's Flyers Club net? Please come now, or if you're real late, check in. Okay, well, nothing heard. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Been a little underhanded here with trying to run 2 radios and 2 computers, so I kind of got maxed out a few times and made a few mistakes. I didn't mean to give audio feedback, but it happened, I think, a couple times. So thanks. This is K1BOB. Been running remotely through W5OG's nice radio there in Northeast Texas. And I'll give my 73s and relinquish the frequency for any other normal amateur radio use. K1BOB 73. I'll be on Echo.
Frequency in use. Frequency in use.
Not